I missed my flight. Yeah, missed it. And honestly, at the time, I thought I'd just ruined my whole future. Like, all of it. Gone. Because I wasn't heading to some vacation or family reunion, I was flying to Seattle for a job interview that could finally pull me out of the survival loop I'd been stuck in for years. You know how some days just feel like they're holding your whole life in their hands? That was this day. And I blew it. Or so I thought. It started at Phoenix Sky Harbor, me speed walking through the chaos of Terminal B, trying to get to D like my shoes were on fire, boarding pass clenched so tight it was practically fused to my palm. I had 14 minutes. 14. And if I missed this leg to LA, there was no getting to Seattle. No interview. No second chance. Just another disappointing story I tell myself in the mirror while brushing my teeth in my one-bedroom Albuquerque apartment with the leaky sink and flickering hallway light. And then I saw him. This old man, probably mid-80s, hunched over a luggage cart like it was the only thing keeping him upright. His suitcase had tipped over papers, shirts, even a framed photo sliding across the floor like sad little confetti. People walked right past. Not a glance. Not even a pause. I felt that tight pull in my chest, the one where your brain screams keep going but your gut whispers stop. I swear, I heard my sister's voice in my head, don't be a hero, Danielle. Just get on the damn plane. But the way his hands shook when he reached for that picture. I couldn't walk past. So I helped. Gathered his things, tucked that photo carefully back inside like it was sacred, zipped it all up and stood there, watching the time bleed away on the giant digital clock above the terminal like a countdown to failure. I offered to walk him to his gate, half hoping he'd say no, but he didn't. And off we went, at a snail's pace, my tote bag digging into my shoulder, my stomach sinking with every sluggish step. His name was Walter. Said he was heading to LA, visiting family, though something in his voice made me think he meant someone he didn't want to say out loud. His breathing was thin, his knees were short, but his eyes, they were clear. Sharp, even. Like he was watching me just as much as I was watching the time. We finally got to his gate. My flight was long gone by then. No last calls, no gate agents waving, just silence. And I stood there, completely gutted, thinking, you did the right thing, sure, but at what cost? Then, suddenly, this young guy in a navy suit walks over and greets Walter like he's royalty. Mr. Kensington, we are ready for you. Wait, what? Turns out Walter Kensington wasn't just some fragile old man in need of help. He owned the damn airline. Kensington Air. The man I just helped back to his gate could have bought the plane I missed. Twice. I was speechless. I mean, my hands were still shaking from pushing his cart. And then came the twist. My name was called over the intercom. Passenger Danielle Rivers, please report to gate F9. I hadn't told anyone where I was. I didn't even know there was an F9. But I went. What else was I gonna do? They took me to this lounge, glass doors, plush leather, champagne like it was Tuesday, and there he was again, Walter, no longer hunched or shaky. He stood tall in a charcoal gray suit, looking like someone who made 10 decisions before breakfast that changed the world. Danielle, he said, you gave up something important to help someone who didn't look like they had anything to offer you. That matters. And then he offered me a job. Not an interview. A job. A full-time position leading a new branding project at one of his firms. He said he wanted someone who knew how to connect with real people. Someone with empathy. Integrity. The kind of person who stops, even when they have everything to lose. I said yes, of course I did, but my head was spinning. 1 minute, I was panicking over a missed flight, and the next, I was sipping champagne in a private lounge, shaking hands with a billionaire who just watched me throw away my shot to help a stranger. Now here's the part that sticks with me. Walter said he wasn't testing me. He really needed help that day. But the fact that I didn't know who he was and still chose to stay. That told him everything. I think about that a lot now, how easy it is to convince yourself that being kind isn't practical, that doing the right thing never really pays off. But sometimes, it does. Sometimes, it pays off in ways you'd never expect, from people you'd never see coming. And yeah, I know not every story ends like this. Not every old man in an airport owns an airline. But maybe the point isn't the outcome, it's the choice. The moment you decide whether to keep running or stop and help. So, I'll ask you, if it were you, would you have stopped? Let me know. I want to hear it. Did I throw away a sure thing or step into something better? Was it fate, dumb luck, or something else? Drop a comment, share your take, and if this story hit you somewhere real, pass it on. Because honestly, maybe the fastest way to get where you're meant to be is to stop for someone else along the way.